Thanks for sending me that, Kieran. The scaled horse of sorts. Yeah, that'll be important.
What about now? There it is. Hello. Damn default mic stuff. It has been a while since I streamed though. But let's get this show on the road. So we have a stream with Bergen here, who is one of the Thanes in Lords of Dunheim. He is the Iron Guard Thane. Want to welcome all the viewers if you're going to be watching. We're just going to be kind of going over some lore stuff, doing deep dives, and checking out what new goodies that the last what was that? What was the event for? I forgot
It
the.
was the Extra Life event. It's a fundraising event that the Ashes of Creation development team works with the Extra Life
That's right.
program to do some fundraising for the Radies Children's Hospital
And
out there in San Diego.
a few of the milestones that they had was some lore pieces that we were able to get our hands on. But we'll get to that a little bit later. Um, I want to welcome Johannes here. He is one of our council members. Thank you for joining us. And as we go along, we might have some people hopping in and chit chatting, watching, doing whatever the case may be. Just enjoyed a good time. So let's get the show on the road, Bergen.
Sweet. So I don't know, have you had much of a chance to um, catch up on the lore that was released last weekend, Dougley?
I glanced over it. I'm not gonna lie, I just glanced over it, and some of it was interesting. I saw a little bit that really intrigued me, but I know that the knowledge on what has been released in the past is kind of rough around the edges. So
Well, sweet. And Johannes and we were both actively watching the stream live, and needless to say, we were all pretty excited about the stuff that came out. And I've got the lore for the general history of what we know from Ashes of Creation,
mm-hmm.
and Vera and Sanctus, and I have this prepared, and just in case anyone hops in that would like some more information. Would you like some refreshers on things?
I know I would. What about you, Johannes? I think he's a go. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Let's go ahead and do a refresher.
sweet, sounds good. Um, so I think it's probably best to start off with the origin story, and we can just go ahead and take a look in there.
And this is all off of the community wiki.
That's right. This Ashes of Creation wiki page, ashesofcreation.wiki, it is a tremendous resource. It's got, I believe, everything that the development team has talked about, sort of distilled into a approachable and accessible living document, so the community can have their input um, heard, and yeah, this is a really incredible resource. I think we just had someone join us.
Yes, welcome, Rocklaw.
Yes, Rakla, hey buddy. He is the honorary Runeforge. And so yeah, the I'll read this first paragraph that Stephen Sharif gave a summary of. The story of creation tells us of a race of beings known as the Ancients, created in the likeness of what was once the Ten. The Ten imbued all of their qualities into one race to have stewardship over all of creation. The power of the Ancients grew, and a rift divided the Ten in how to accommodate their new creation. So even just going into that, I think there's the original 10, and they all imbued themselves into a single race, which here is known as the Ancients. And that's a pretty interesting concept, because the four races that we will be going into Vera as, not including the Tolnar, which will, I suppose, have their own origin story coming out soon. But as the story goes, the four races that are on Vera have elements of these 10, but not all of them combined in, like they did with the Ancients. They learned from the Ancients. But going into Vera and thinking that we all have certain characteristics that, if combined together, creates this overwhelmingly powerful and somewhat uh, like demonesque um, entities. So I thought that was pretty interesting from the get-go. But three of the 10 separated from the others and began to teach the Ancients the secrets of the essence. And I guess this essence is, going to get a lot more information as we go on. But
So we don't know what the essence is, really.
we have hints and clues, but no defining characteristics really. We have like some information here that we'll get into, but yeah, the essence is I think it's going to be pretty essential, essential to the ashes of creation.
That's
So
funny. I like what you did there.
so when the seven learned of this, when the three others, known as the others, separated from the seven to teach the ancients the secrets of the essence, and the seven learned of this, a great celestial battle ensued. Eons passed, and you watched as the fight continued within the celestial kingdom. And this is interesting because it's actually referenced in Dilia's story, which is a dwarven piece of lore. Um, I believe it's referenced here, which we can get into when we start talking about Dilia's diary. But there, I think this is true. Um, the dwarven grandmothers were all the matriarchs, all the um, respected women of the Dune race. Many of them were mystics, and they had great knowledge of the stars and things of that
Mm-hmm.
nature. And so this is referenced in the Dilia story, and I'm excited to talk about that later on. Some say it was the fight that created the stars and heaven we see today. With every blow between the 10, a star was born. When the battle was complete, the others and the ancients were banished by the seven into the void, and the void's capitalized. So I think this is going to be some kind of realm, possibly inaccessible, but who knows? I think there's a lot that's going to come from. Hey, Standa, welcome to the stream. Um, and so this void is like a place where the others and the ancients were banished to, and the others, will soon discover they learned about the four races that the seven created in their likeness of sorts, and
Mm-hmm.
and so yeah, there's a lot of layers going on even with just this first paragraph. So that's why I felt like this was an important um, discussion to have, and yeah, thanks everyone for showing up so far. So the seven found the error of their ways and decided to split their qualities into four races instead of one, and this is how the humans, elves, orcs, and dwarves came to be. You watch as the seven created Vera and placed each of the races within their respective